días. Hello, this is Kaypacha with the weekly Pele Report. Passing through Berkeley on my way to the airport here, and I'm out on the pier. There you can see the old Berkeley pier, washed away after many years. Quite symbolic of this Neptune Chiron moving through the sign of Pisces, actually for many years, washing away some of the old. It's a great time of surrender. It's a time of letting go for many of us, of many things, of many dreams of the past. But in the background we see the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's see, I'll see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. See if you can see that Golden Gate Bridge out there. Yeah. The moon just went into Pisces, so it's going to be conjoining with Neptune tomorrow, and moving on to Aries in a couple of days, and finally we're going to have a new moon in the sign of Aries on Saturday. So we got Pisces for a few days, Aries for a few days, and she moves on. But our other planets, oh my God, yeah? Mars went into Aries a couple of weeks ago. It's going to be there for another month. I'm sorry, not Aries, Taurus. Slow down. Mars in Taurus, slowing everything down. It's financial problems, money problems in the United States. Everybody's got to pay their taxes by tomorrow. It's a perfect Mars in Taurus. Looking at the money, looking at the ground, looking at the resources. We'll talk more about that. The other aspect to that is affecting us is Venus, which also has to do with our money and our resources and our finances, and is in opposition to Saturn over there in Sagittarius. We'll talk a little bit more about what that means. So in the meantime, yeah, we've got this Pluto stationing retrograde on Thursday, going backwards for a little while, probably like the next 6 months. On Friday, Mars in Taurus comes into a square with Jupiter. It's basically there all week. So we've got Mars square Jupiter and Venus opposite Saturn. These are personal planets, Mars and Venus, right? Getting squared to the social planets of Jupiter and Saturn. And it's just not an easy time for us collectively, and where that falls in your chart, individually, personally. But, you know, things do move on, things do shift. We'll talk about the deeper meaning, how to move through and manage these times, as soon as I find a spot that's out of the wind here, you know. Anyway, things move on. Yeah, the sun moves into Taurus on Monday. Mercury is moving into Taurus today, so we've been in the fiery sign of Aries for a while now. A lot going on. I've been talking about the liberation, the breaking free, the freedom, opening up, starting anew, and now, Mercury, Sun going into Taurus, Mars in Taurus. It's getting a little heavy around here. Woo-wee, man. The nice thing is that on Tuesday, Mars comes around to, trine Pluto, so there is a little bit of a, nicety going on. But, yeah, let me give you a little shot of the view here. It's, got the Bay Bridge over there. I want to show you there's Angel Island, if you can put up with the wind. Come around. And there is our beloved Berkeley, the Berkeley Hills. And let me find a good place here. Okay, found a little spot down here. It's a little more quiet, out of the wind, other side of the peninsula. So, boy, just like the beginning of this report, I'm walking out the Berkeley Pier. The wind is blowing, the waves are crashing, and it's like all... This is what we've been going through for the last month. Okay, let's face it, we've had these eclipses, we've had all this Pisces and Aries energy really for the last couple of months. And it's been a time of breaking loose, of breaking free, initiating new ideas, new projects, new goals, new pathways, new relationships. It's been like fireworks going on. Blender making a smoothie. It's been crazy. Well, things are gonna start to settle down. They're gonna slow down. You turn off that blender and things begin to settle down to the bottom. Things rise up to the lighter stuff, rises up to the top. And that's exactly what this time period is really about if we look at it astrologically, you know. It comes from fire, all that fiery Aries, into this earthen Taurus. So I have all these ideas, or I have all these projects, or I want to start this or start that. Do I have the money? Do I have the resources? Do I have the talent? Am I capable of doing this? and the sun's coming into Taurus now, Mercury's coming into Taurus now, and we're just like getting, you know, it's like the weight is coming down. It's time to really differentiate between, it's time to examine, it's time to consider, it's time to really look at the ideas, the impulses, and see just how true they are for the long soul purpose or the evolutionary path. This is what that Saturn up there in Sagittarius is really calling for now. It's for all of us to get on our path, find our truth, and what we believe in, and what we are going to stand for, and what we want to carry forward. So Venus comes around dancing through Gemini normally, light, airy, bop, 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 and hits this wall. And this is the thought axis. It's the lower mind and the higher mind, the left brain, the right brain, however you want to look at it. But this Gemini is the city, and it's all busy, and it's all going on, and it's all what's right in front of our nose. But Saturn is calling us, you know, blocking us in a way. Yeah, Saturn is reflection, inward contemplation. And if it takes, you know, some kind of challenge, or some type of prison, or some type of accident, or bed, or whatever, to put us in so that we slow down and consider our direction, our purpose, our actions, it's truth. This is a time of truth telling. This is a time of sharing through our relationships, through other people. We've had new revelations over these past 4 to 6 weeks about who I am, about what I want. This is, you know, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. This is like, it's, you know, it's this inner stuff going on. And we've still got this Saturn in the Sag and the Scorpio up there, out there, you know, really kind of pressing upon us, like to get our ducks in a row, get our, you know, get lined up, make the business plan, prove that, you know, your impulse or your idea is going to last. Time is a test of truth. What is true will last through time. That's why the patriarchy is coming to an end. And a new paradigm is birthing, because the paradigm of the old patriarchy was not based in truth. So just like that pier that I was showing you, you know, things are crumbling and things are falling apart. So it's time to find new truths. Where are the new truths? Where's the future? Well, it's in Leo, Jupiter. And so this Mars comes around through Taurus, and it's squaring, yes, this new, optimistic, playful creations that we want to do. And Mars is like, Mars in Taurus, I think of it like the, you know, the oxen pulling the plow, and that plow digging up the earth. Yeah. This is time for us to get grounded. And it's not fun, it's not easy, it's not nice. It's like when you buy a brand new pair of leather boots. You know, big, high, tall boots, and you try squeezing your foot into them, you know. You've got to push. Yeah? And you got to pull that boot and push that foot. And this is what life is like these days. It's like it's time to push. And the resistance that we are getting now and that you are feeling in your job and business and relationships is not telling you to stop. It's not telling you that you're wrong. It's not telling you that your new liberated ideas or your new path or your new partner or your new situation, you know, is false or bad or wrong. Taurus is a fixed sign. It has to do with determination, endurance, perseverance. And so this is just like a time where, yes, it's going to, you know, it's like the plow tearing up that soil makes way for the seed, yeah? And it's time for us to push and continue to push. And I talked about it now, you know, this Mars is coming up to that 15 degrees Taurus. That is the semi-square, 45 degrees from 0 Aries. It has to do with doubt. Oh, maybe I did the wrong thing. Maybe I set off on the wrong idea. Maybe my dream is an illusion. And this is the test. And all we can say is this is only a test. And it's time to like strongly and firmly believe in the truth, to become a mature example of the truth, a model of the truth, and progress along in a steadfast way. The Jupiter the Jupiter Mars says, I want it now, like let's just go for it. Why is it taking so long? And it's in kind of impatient and it wants to really get there. But it's like an oak tree takes a lot longer to grow, okay, than a fast-growing palm tree, and they live a lot longer, yeah? So these things that take longer and you put more of yourself into them, you put more of your resources into them, you put more of your love into them, this is what it's going to grow, and this is just a third-dimensional world where things take time. And this Venus-Saturn opposition is square Neptune. Neptune in Pisces, Pisces there is no time. It's multi-dimensional, outside, it's infinity. So the dream, you know how when you dream, there's no time in your dream, you know? But that dream wants to come down into this third-dimensional physical time-space reality, and you got to handle it. You got to deal with it, yeah? So the mantra for this week, with cool, calm objectivity, I examine what's going on to get to the truth, to get to the point, so I'm not just wasting my time. Some of the dreams are illusions. Some of what we have like come up with, you know, are rebellious, you know, revolutionary. It's just like I want, you know, it's reaction to my childhood or my society or my partner or just not wanting to be locked down or held in. I want license, you know, to just like be do da 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 da. And Saturn is just like saying, be responsible. There's a duty that you have to perform here. You're not alone. You're not the only one. And so it's just like, yeah, it's this examination is a time of weeding out. So weed it out over this next month or so. The sun moving through Taurus. It's going to be squaring Jupiter, Mars, Mercury coming through Taurus. And it's going to be all right. Venus is moving through Gemini. So after this opposition to Saturn now, which is going to be waning off, you know, by next week, things are going to lighten up. And the thing with Venus and Gemini is to get support and get friends and know you are not alone. Taurus would like to just do it my way and do it alone. But this Venus and Gemini is saying, no, those times are maybe a little more of the past, the self-centered orientation, And we really gotta, you know, North Node in Libra, we gotta really consider, you know, we can do so much more together. So if you're having challenges with your money or your resources, or, you know, there's just not enough something to get what you want or to get things going the way you want, enlist the support of other people, get into communities, get into groups, find your tribe, find your people, and that is going to help your ship set sail right out under the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah. So namaste. Aloha. So much love.